Senator of the 40th District, Senator Diaz de la Portilla. For what purpose do you rise, sir?
To make a motion, Mr. President.
You are recognized.
Mr. President, I move that Senate Resolution 1906, remembering the life and times of Enrique Emilio Ros Perez, be taken up and stanted.
And so without objection, shall that motion adopted? Read the resolution, the first and second times by title.
Senate Resolution 1906, a resolution remembering the life of Enrique Emilio Ros Perez, recognizing his extraordinary legacy and expressing the deepest sympathy of the members of the Florida Senate to his beloved family and friends on his passing. Senate Resolution 1906, a resolution remembering the life of Enrique Emilio Ros Perez, recognizing his extraordinary legacy and expressing the deepest sympathy of the members of the Florida Senate to his beloved family and friends on his passing.
All those favoring the resolution say yea. All those opposed say no. Shall the resolution adopted? The Senator of the 40th, Senator Diaz de la Portilla, is recognized for remarks about this important and memorable Floridian. Senator Diaz de la Portilla.
Thank you, Mr. President. And members, Enrique Ros, as he was known, was a real-life hero. Enrique lived an exemplary life. He had a polymath mind, a man who was expert in many, many, many things. And the one thing that he believed most in was to be involved in civic and political life. If the name sounds familiar to you, Enrique Ros was the father of Ileana Ros Lehtinen, the first Hispanic woman to serve in the Florida legislature. And she learned a lot from her father, because if you see and study the life and times of Enrique Ros, you'll see that he truly lived that motto, that concept that Aristotle, the Greek philosopher, 300 years before Christ, used to speak about politics. Aristotle said that politics gives men, and today women, a stage to do great and noble things. And Enrique Ros did great and noble things. He was many things. He was a teacher. He was a labor leader. He was a successful businessman. He was a Cuban exile who lost everything to the communist regime that is still in the island of Cuba and started all over again. And he didn't stop with his political involvement and his love for his country, both his native country of Cuba and his adopted country of the United States. Enrique participated actively in the battle against Fidel Castro, coordinating and even being a member of clandestine teams that entered into the island to try to bring democracy back to the island of Cuba. Enrique became an expert on the Cuban diaspora. Enrique wrote 19 books and was working on his 20th book when he died on April 10th. But Enrique inspired his daughter, Ileana, to follow the same path, to have the same kind of compassionate, conservative views that Ileana carries out in the Congress today. You see, Enrique's life as a labor leader, as a businessman, as a revolutionary, as a counter-revolutionary, as a historian, gave him a balanced perspective. And that is being carried on by his daughter in Congress today. It's a kind of republicanism that inspired many young men of my generation to participate in the political process, to make the world a little bit better by our involvement. And all of us from the Cuban community who are here and who went on to public service owe a great debt of gratitude to Enrique Ros, who paved the way for us, who opened the path, who was a shining light. And so I ask you to please honor the life and times and celebrate the wonderful things Enrique did. He will be missed, but his legacy lives on. Thank you.
Thank you, Senator. And would the Senate please rise for a moment of silence in memory of Enrique Ros, the father of Congresswoman Ileana Ros Lehtinen. Thank you very much.